Before I start this presentation, I had all the question I was concerned about, like what is the history of psychology and how do psychology start. And I started to research about all the question I was concerned about it, and I found that um, the development of psychology started with this guy called Wilhelm Wundt. He was a German physician, sociology philosopher, and a professor during that time. And I found that he was the first psychology when he developed of psychology. And I found that he wrote the principle of physiology, psychology, and this principle later on helped him create the first experimental psychology textbook in 1879. Wilhelm Wundt, he was really influential in psychology because he opened the Institute for Experimental Psychology, and because of that, he was known as the father of modern psychology. And the experimental that he created was the first laboratory in psychology, and he was the first one to form the beginning of the study of human emotion, behavior, and cognition. And also, he established psychology as a separate field of study with its own method and question. And that is the official start of psychology as a separate and distinct science, and make psychology into like another field to study it, and another field to focus, and for other people to study about the mind, study about behavior, study about like to do research on like separately from philosopher like that. The world's first experimental psychology lab using scientist method to explore behavior in human and animal, and try to figure out why do people do the thing that they do, what factor they're affecting people to behave like that. And the experimental method was to create and to taste a hypothesis, and to develop theory to describe, explain, predict, even change human behavior. So mostly this is about how when you have a question about something, or about something, or about people behavior like that, you make a hypothesis point about something, and you want to prove it, and then you do research about it, and then you find different theory or different um, method to help supporting, or different case to help supporting your point. And then you when you find a result, and then either be good result or bad result, you will you will use that to improve or to change different behavior that you focus on, like the focus that one focus was to record the thought or the feeling of the people, and there's and sensation that people have, and to analyzing then into their constituent element, like example that the lab that he do was, but let's say won't be exported to a standard similar, and a light like a light and what a sound or a metronome, and ask people to report their sensation, like when there's a light and a sound. When you make a sound, the light together, what people see first, and what um, and then ask people to report that they see first, like that. One, he made a bigger impact on psychology because he established psychology and separate psychology from philosophy by analyzing the working of the mind in a more structured way, and with the empathy being a adjective, measurement and controlling. And his experimental method do cover the way for the future of experimental psychology, and to inspire other psychology to explore and study the human mind and behavior, and to do more research on the mind, and to do more study on congregation behavior, and the other impact that he did was train his graduate student to understand more in psychology, and to help promote his to develop and promote his theory. Like one of his students, Edward Turner, who described his system as structureless, to analyzing of the base element that could constitute the mind, like that. He really make a impact on psychology, make important influence on the growth and the development of psychology, and this impact on how psychology evolving into what it is now today. And here's some sort of I get the information about the sort that I read about, and I feel interesting to find out more information about him. You can use the link or the sort that I have here provide here to find out more information.